Welcome to the Mind Over Markets YouTube channel.
On this channel, we will be discussing behavioral economics and concepts such as biases and heuristics and more.
Make sure to comment what topics you would like to learn about and subscribe with notifications to know when we upload our videos.
Look at these two tables. Which one would you say looks longer? You would probably say the one on the left, right? Well, you would be wrong. Both tables have exactly the same dimensions. Don't believe me? Take out a ruler. Now you might be wondering, what does this have to do with economics? Well, this illusion tricks our brain into perceiving something that isn't true. And what's fascinating is this same type of misperception happens all the time, especially in economics.
Just like how our minds can misjudge the length of a table, they can also misinterpret financial risks, rewards, and opportunities. Behavioral economics is a field that dives into why we often make decisions that seem irrational from a purely logical standpoint. It looks at how our emotions, biases, and psychological tendencies influence our choices in ways we might not even realize. While traditional economics claims that all people are rational and make decisions that are purely logical, this is not always the case. In traditional economics, the law of demand says that when prices go up, demand should go down. But behavioral economics shows us that people don't always act rationally, and this can break that law of demand.
For example, with Veblen goods, luxury items like designer bags or expensive watches. Higher prices can actually increase demand. People see these high prices as a sign of status or quality, so they want them more when they're expensive. For example, in the Payless rebrand social experiment, the discount shoe retailer created a fake luxury store called Palessi and invited influencers to shop there, who then paid hundreds of dollars for shoes that typically cost less than $20. This experiment highlighted how people's perception of value are influenced by branding and price rather than the actual quality of the product.
Another example is anchoring. If you see a really high price first, like on a luxury item, suddenly all other prices seem like a bargain, even if they're still expensive. So instead of reacting logically to price changes, our decisions are shaped by perceptions and psychological biases.
Take a look at another example. Try solving these questions in the shortest time possible. Just trust your gut. We'll give you guys a second. If you said the ball costs 10 cents, the machine takes 100 minutes, and the lily pads would cover half the lake in 24 days, you've just experienced what behavioral economists call System 1 thinking. The correct answers are 5 cents, 5 minutes, and 47 days. Looking back at the questions now, you're probably wondering how you got those wrong. Well, don't worry, it's normal. System 1 is fast, automatic, and intuitive, operating with little to no effort. This mode of thinking allows us to make decisions based on patterns and experiences. Typical examples of System 1 thinking are absent-mindedly reading text on a billboard, knowing how to tie your shoelace without a second thought, or instinctively hopping over a puddle on the sidewalk.
People use System 1 thinking in economics all the time. For example, when investors see a sudden surge in the price of a particular stock, many instinctively rush to buy without analyzing the company's fundamentals. This is a classic example of System 1 thinking, where people follow the crowd based on the assumption that everyone else must be right. However, this can lead to bubbles, as seen in events like the dot-com boom, where stocks became overpriced due to investors acting on gut feelings rather than careful analysis.
Past 200 years, economics has evolved into so many fields and branches.
From the
Classical 18th century featuring Adam Smith and the concept of the invisible hand, to the 19th century with the contributions of Karl Marx with the concept of utility and socialism. We also have the 20th century, the Keynesian revolution, bringing a revival to the free market view. Lastly, bringing us to the 21st century, behavioral economics.
On our channel, we will be uncovering the biases and heuristics of behavioral economics in a simple yet informative way. So make sure to like and subscribe and comment what topics you would like to learn about in the future. Thank you.